Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say, let's have some fun today. So, I bought me something because last year I was so excited and so positively surprised by it that I thought, okay, why not? Let's do it again this year. Because I really use it fairly often. And I bought me the Hourglass Ambient Lightning Edit Unlocked Evil Eye Palette. Initially, I wanted to get the lightest one, but at the end I decided to go for the medium light one because I wanted a little bit of difference in there, and the light one, again, with the beautiful dragons on it, had again 2 setting powders. And I really wasn't that keen by it, you know? I was like, okay, again, 2 setting powders. I have those in my jellyfish palette already. And I really wanted a palette this time with just 1 setting powder. That's more than enough for me. So let's open this beauty up. It's the first time I'm using it. And like you can tell, I just did just enough of my face, just a little bit of concealer, foundation, and that's it. A little bit of my Auric Glow Lust underneath, but really just a teensy amount for hydration. So this is the palette, guys. I think you already saw it all over the internet because many creators already had loaded up their videos with this one, and I'm very amazed by it. I will quickly pull out my jellyfish just that we can see how different they are. So like I said, last year I bought me the lightest palette, and I don't know if you can see the dents in this palette, but I use it so much. I was so positively surprised by this palette right here. And this year I did go, like I said, for the medium light palette. It's different, for sure. So I'm very excited. Immediately what I can tell is that the bronzer in the medium light one is a little bit more on the cooler side. So I'm very excited about that. And the blushes are a little bit more pinky peachy looking, and then this one it's a little bit more of mauve type of blushes with a little bit of a pink. But here I just have 2 blushes, you know, and I thought it's just a waste to have 2 powders in there, even though I really liked them. I think 1 would have been enough for me. So I'm excited that I get this time 3 blushes to play with. So yeah, let's jump right into the application, I would say. I'm very excited, and I'm seeing enough difference in all of the shades that I can justify to have bought me this one. So let's see what the palette will bring me. Let's put it on together, and after that we also will do the eyes and the lips together, just so that we have a whole face, almost a whole face, besides the things I already have on my face. Okay. Let's do this. Let's zoom you a little bit more in, and let's put on first the ambient light palette from Hourglass. So first I will pull my hair to the side. And now let's start first, I would say, with the bronzer. I think this bronzer is looking very beautiful. We'll go in with a small angled type of brush and just start to put it all over the high points of my face area. Let's see. Let's do first one side that we can see how the color is looking. Ooh, I like it. Already, I think it's a beautiful color for my skin tone. Can you see that? It's giving the right amount of... I really like it. I like that it's not too warm. The other one, it's a little bit more of that summery glowy feeling, you know, that warm feeling. And this one is a little bit more of that wintry, cold type of feel. And I really like that as well. So this is a big difference, I have to say, to my other palette. And I really like that I have now the option, if I want to use the more warmer toned bronzer in the Jellyfish palette or the more cooler one in the Evil Eye palette. Really like that. A little bit the nose. It's not really a contour I'm doing here. Just a little bit of definition. I like that shade already. I think this is a beautiful shade. I love how easy the application always is with the Hourglass palettes. I think it's my second time I bought me some of their palettes, but it's again the same feeling I had with the first one, that it's so easy, so fast, and it's looking right away so blended into the skin. And I really appreciate that. You can be really, really fast on days where you don't have much time to put on your makeup. It's so fast to, you know, pull a look together with just one palette. And this is something I appreciate more and more, you know. So look how seamless. Very, very beautiful. It's blended so beautiful into my skin, so seamlessly. So great first experience with this bronzer right here, I have to say. So let's move on to the blushes. So now the problem is I have 3 blushes, but just one face. What we will do, I think I want to do the darkest blush right here. I want to do this one at the outer portion. The more lighter blush, this more peachy type of blush, I want to put on at the front portion. But maybe before I will use this one, I will take a little bit of this one. Or let me do this one at the middle portion and this one right at the front portion. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would just stick to one blush and use it. But for the sake of the video, I will try to include all of the 3 blushes. And after that, before I will use the highlighter in here, this beautiful highlighter, I think I will go first in with the finishing powder all over my face because I didn't powder it until now. And after I use this one, I will use the highlighter. So let's go in this order, I think. So like I said, I will start with the darkest blush right here. It's looking very deep and beautiful. I love that. My brush is a little bit stained, don't worry, but the color that you see here will be the color that will be on my cheeks. So let's put it at the back portion. Ooh, I love that. Right away. Look at this beautiful color. Let's use a little bit more. And you really don't have to go that hard into the pan with your brush. And now I will go into the second lightest or darkest shade. This one right here, this pinky shade. Ooh. This is also exactly my type. Ooh. This is very pigmented. Can you see that? I'm excited. Okay, let's do this one into the middle portion of the cheek area. Is it even more pigmented? Let's put it on both sides, what I have on my brush right now, because I picked up this time really, really much. And let's melt it a little bit into the shade I put on first. Oh, I love that. This is so strong, rosy, pinkish. Ooh, it's very, very vibrant. I'm into it, I have to say, guys. Very, very into it. It's beautiful. And this is even more vibrant. And I don't have the feeling I dipped very strongly into this one as well. And look at this pigmentation. I think I'm very happy that I bought the medium one because I'm someone who really likes a little bit more pigmented type of blushes. But I also appreciate sometimes the softness of lighter blushes. But this is something I really, really enjoy from time to time as well. And now I will go into the lightest shade right here. It's looking very, very stunning. It's, let me see, I think it's the blush Vibrant Coral. If I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's the 4th one. Oh, no, it's Oasis Glow. Oh, this is Oasis Glow, this one right here. And this was the Bright Coral one, and this is Oasis Glow. I'm so bad in reading the back of a palette, to be completely honest, guys. Okay, and let's use the glowy one. Here I can't see very much, but you can see a little bit. Because of the stain, it's also a little bit harder, I have to say. Let's put this one right at the front portion. Ooh, I like that. It's a very soft type of blush. I hope you can see that. And I will also mix it a little bit into the other shades. It's a little bit more of a grounding blush, you know. The color is beautiful though. We'll go a little bit over everything, just that it's melting a little bit nicer together. Like I said, guys, normally I wouldn't do something like that, but for the video today, I'm doing it. Can you see that, guys? It's very beautiful. Here's the first blush that we used, the second one, and the third one. I think you can see a very clear line between them, that there are different colors, but it's melting also very nicely into each other. So I'm not mad at that look right now. I think it's beautiful. And because I'm also always doing a little bit my nose, I think I will mix this very bright blush with this one right here and put it a little bit on my nose, on the tip of my nose, just for a little bit of a wintry feel. Because we are going into the fall season and I wanna see that also on my face, you know. A little bit here as well, just with the rest that it's left on my brush. I love that. Of course I will use it again, guys, in a video, and just maybe go in with 1 or 2 blushes, because this is really what I would normally do, but I love that, and that it's a little bit of a glow in there, a little bit of a sheen. It's giving the right amount of oomph. I'm in love right now. I think it's beautiful looking. What I learned today during my video right here, that I have to clean my brushes again. I'm so lazy when it comes to it, I have to be honest, but maybe today will be the day. Let's see. And now I will, oh no, I wanted to go now into the highlighter, but before I use that, I will of course use the finishing powder. I have to be honest, guys, I think I would use the finishing powder next time first. Just like a normal powder. Under the eyes, all over my T-zone. And after I use the powder, I would use the other things step by step, you know. Going in maybe first with the bronzer or first with the blush and vice versa. I like to mix that up, that technique, sometimes. But I think in the most cases I would use the finishing powder first. But this time I will use it right now after the most is applied on my face. So again, with a smaller type of brush, I have enough smaller brushes that are fitting perfectly fine into those pans, and I really like it. So I will go into the finishing powder now and put it, like I said, right there where I would normally put a finishing powder. But this, I have to say, is looking a little bit on the deeper side for me. So let's see. But you know, what am I expecting? It's the medium palette. It should be like that. But I hope it will be fine for me as well. It's looking like that. I don't have the feeling that it's looking bad. So let's use it. All over the T-zone. A little bit right here as well. I like that. I think I can really use it as a normal powder and I will get away with it. And now, guys, let's come to the highlighter right here in the middle. So excited. I used a good amount, just that you know. Let's use it on the first side. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. It's very skin-like, it's very beautiful. I hope you can tell the difference. Here's with no highlighter, this side, and this side is with the highlighter. And no highlighter. I love that. Very skin-like, and I don't have a dark stripe or something like that, so I can get away with the whole palette, I have the feeling, and I'm of course happy about that. But I also think that really medium skin types will be also very happy with this palette because it's not too light, you know? You can really do beautiful looks also with this palette if you are in the medium realm, I have the feeling, because the shades are fairly pigmented. Beautiful. And if you are someone like me that's very pale and you love pigment, you will also have your fun with this palette, I'm telling you. Okay guys, we did it. We used the whole palette and I'm very happy with it, I have to say. I love the end result. It's again the same feeling that I had with the jellyfish palette. Very blended into my skin, very nice looking, very seamless looking, and the glow is unbelievably beautiful. It's fantastic. I'm in love. I'm happy that I bought it again. And I think it's not too similar with my jellyfish palette. There are different tones in this palette than in my jellyfish. There are extremely pigmented, extremely more pigmented than in my jellyfish, but even the jellyfish, I can go to a fairly pigmented type of look with this one, but with this one, it will be definitely faster. And with the jellyfish, it's the beautiful thing that I can build it a little bit more up. And with this one, I have to be a little bit more careful if I want to do something a little bit more on the subtle side. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm very happy I bought it. I have to be honest, guys, I wasn't the biggest fan of the packaging. It was not my favorite, but now that I have it in my hands, I really like it. I think it's a beautiful packaging. I love the eye. I love how seamless and beautiful it's looking and how, I don't know, it has something to it, the packaging. I really like it now, I have to say. I'm not against it. And what's more important is the inside, and I love the inside. So yeah, happy that I bought it. And if you were curious about particularly this one, here you go, guys. Here's the face. But we will do at the end a close-up again, you know, with everything applied like always. But I have to say, I'm not mad that I bought it for myself, and I'm happy that I have now two. Don't know we'll continue with it every year, but if it's speaking to my soul like this one did, we will see. Okay, now let's come to the eyes, guys. We will do the eyes together as well. And you know, I found again my NYX eye primer online. It was there again and I bought it for myself. I know, guys, there are many high-end luxury eye primers on the market, but I'm so happy and so in peace with my NYX eye primer. If I don't have to buy me another one and just can stick with this one, I will do that because it's not failing me, you know. I really like it. It's my high-end eyeshadow palettes, my luxury eyeshadow palettes, and my not luxury and high-end eyeshadow palettes, like for example my ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. All of them are holding so good on my lid when I'm using this eye primer, so I want to stick to it until it's not there anymore, I think. It's affordable, it's nice, and I'm not so passionate about eye primers. I just want to have an eye primer that I can count on, and I have the feeling the NYX was never failing me, so I will stick for now with this one, and I was very happy that I found it again. And of course, guys, the eyeshadow that we are using today, because I just used it one time until now and it's fairly new in my collection, it's my Tom Ford Metallic Mauve palette right here. I already used it for my everyday life, but I want to use it again on camera with you because I really like it, and I want to do today, I think, a very neutral, lightweight, but very beautiful glimmery look today with you with this one, and a very quick one as well. So let's get into the eyeshadow look. So I will go first into this very light shade right here with a fluffier type of packing brush or a denser type of blending brush. It's more something like that. And we will go at the outer portion of the lid area with this one. And after the most is off the brush, I'm swirling it into the crease and a little bit above that to get a beautiful light mauve tone up here. And now I will tap just very, very lightly into this shade and go also into the outer portion. But this time I'm staying at the outer portion and I'm not swirling it too much into the crease area. Just going a little bit in there with this shade. Doing the same at the other side. First with the lightest one. Now a little bit into the dark one. Very lightly. And putting it at the outer portion. And now I will just go into the lightest glittery shade right here. And put it all over the front portion of my lid area. Ooh, and going to my brow bone as well with this one. Just with the rest that it's left on my finger. Doing a second coat. Now I'm repeating the same steps on my lower lash line. With the lightest shade. Using the same brush at first. Going right here. All over my lower lash line. And I'm doing a little bit of a thicker type of look down there. So I'm not staying too close to my lower lash line. I'm really dragging the shade also a little bit downwards so that it's a little bit more visible because I love that look. Now with the same brush, again I'm going a little bit into the darkest shade. I'm going to my outer portion of the lower lash line with it. Again with the same brush because I want it a little bit thicker under there. Not too close to my lower lash line. I really want to drag the shade as well a little bit more down so that it's visible like you can tell right now. Now with a smaller packing brush I'm going again into this very, very beautiful glittery light shade. Swirling very generous around the pan with the brush and then I'm putting it right into the front portion. And with the same brush, I'm putting it also into my inner corners. Perfect. I think this is everything I want to do with this palette right here. Very quick and very easy. Glimmery, but very laid back at the same time. I love that look. I think it's beautiful. It's a little bit more on the cooler side than my blushes are, but I like it somehow. It's very contrasty. I think it's a nice look overall. So let's do now the lashes together. And for my lashes, I don't want to go too bold, so I will use my Heroin Make Long Up Mascara, the maroony one in 51. And I just want to stick with this shade because I think my eye look is very light and I think it will round up the look nicely. So let's put a little bit on. I love that mascara. It's very neutral looking on the lashes, very light and a little bit more natural, and I love that for especially those types of looks. Now to the lips. It's also a little bit new in my collection. Lucky Kiss lipstick from Isamaya, and I have the shade Bluff. I want to use it again today with you in front of the camera. I really like that shade. So let's put it on. I think this is very beautiful with everything together, especially with the blush. I like that. I'm just using a little bit and sheer it as well a little bit out with my finger. And yeah, guys, this is the finished look. I really, really like it. We used a bunch of new stuff in my collection again and I really love it. Oh, I love the overall outcome. It's so light, but there as well, and glowy, healthy looking skin. What can I ask more for? So I will quickly show you the look in its full beauty and then we will do a quick outro. Okay guys, and here's the look all zoomed out. Like I told you, I enjoyed all of the products, especially the newest one in my collection, the Hourglass Ambient Light Evil Eye Palette. I'm very excited to continue to use this one, to create different blush looks, especially with it. And yeah, I'm happy that I bought it for myself, I have to say. Even though it's a relatively pricey palette, if you look at it individually, you are getting very much for that price tag in a palette, in my opinion. But I also don't have the feeling you need every release. At least I don't have the feeling for myself. But I'm happy that I have this one because until now I just had one palette and I really love it and will continue to use my jellyfish one for sure. And I love now that I have a contrasty type of palette with it, to go with it, and for different moods, I have now different palettes to choose from, you know, and I'm very excited about that. And all the other stuff, you already know that I have it and I'm enjoying them in the moment. I didn't change my mind about them. Love the eyeshadow palette, love especially the lipstick. And yeah, I hope, guys, you enjoyed this video too. If so, I would be really happy if you give me a thumbs up, that I know that you like this kind of content. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and click on the little bell to get notifications here and there when I'm posting something new. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see each other in my next video, and until then, bye.